What's good? Look up to all the enlightened ones from inner space. You've definitely landed at the right time and place. If you're here, it's for a reason, not a season. Let's connect some of these dots of the past, present, and future. Unite, build, because divided, we already conquered. Knowledge, understanding, wisdom, we could slay any monster. Welcome to Pangea, where we put it all back together as one.
Big dogs are not talking about other folks. Only small dogs do that because they want to feel bigger. They're always measuring themselves against somebody else. Big dogs are big dogs. I mean, what? You already got the size. You already got the confidence. Small dogs need to tear something down to feel good. If you're in an environment that all they do is tear down and talk about, that is the wrong environment for your spirit, for your life, and for your goals. Get yourself out of that environment. Oh yeah, by the way, when you're not around, they talking about you too.
6 things you should never do if you want to stay on top of your game. Number 1, never talk about your dreams to anyone. Remember this, keep your mouth shut. Just like a fish avoids the hook, the less they know, the more power you hold. 2, never get too involved in other people's problems. Don't be out here obsessing over their issues like they're your own. You'll end up losing yourself in the process. 3, don't rely on others for your emotional fix. If you lean on them too hard, you'll be lost when they ain't around. Build your own emotional foundation. Be your own support system, always. 4, never ask to borrow money. And don't lend it either. Money has a way of turning friends into enemies and turning you into a beggar. Keep your cash, keep your respect. 5, never spend more than you earn. You'll dig yourself into a hole. And once you're in, it's hard to get out. Stay smart with your money or you'll end up broke. And number 6, never blame other people for your problems. You'll never change your life if you keep pointing fingers. Once you accept full responsibility, you'll be unstoppable. It's all on you, so own it. If you made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments and hit that follow button, because this account is for you.
Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Now see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's gonna be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are gonna be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are gonna be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life.
Larry, what do you think the meaning of life is?
Work. It's important to be useful. Look at me. I got it all figured out. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work.
Dad, why do I have to go to school?
So you can get a job.
But why do I need a job?
So you can earn money.
Why do I need money?
Buy the stuff that TV makes us want.
But why do I need to buy stuff?
Because if you didn't buy stuff, everyone would be out of a job and no one would have any money.
Wait, so I have to work for the rest of my life to pay for stuff that I don't want just so everyone else can suffer the same horrible fate as me?
Exactly.
But choose carefully, because you'll stay in the job that you pick for the rest of your life.
The same job for the rest of your life? I didn't know that.
What's the difference?
And you'll be happy to know that bees as a species haven't had one day off in 27 million years. Woo.
So you'll just work us to death?
We'll sure try.
75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years. 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste it. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now. Right now, this very second. And I'm not saying drop everything and let the world come to a grinding halt. I'm saying that you can become a seeker. You can be loving more. You can be taking some chances. You can be living more. You can be spending more time with your family. You can be getting in touch with the part of you that lives instead of fears, the part of you that loves instead of hates.
But there's people inside the rat race that can, within the rat race, create a plan to get out. The problem is not that right now you're working a 9 to 5, it's that you don't have a plan to get out of the 9 to 5. I did the 9 to 5, you did the 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5 as long as you know that you're stuck in the 9 to 5. As long as, one, you're not complaining. That's a big one, dude. People fucking oh, my job shit, my job shit. Do you know how much negative attention and negative energies attached to you looking at your life and being like, oh, this is a shit job. Bro, you should be clocking into your job and becoming like the COO. Like that should be your ambition. If you're gonna go into a company, go all in. But the problem is people are mediocre in their education. They're mediocre in their 9 to 5 job. They're mediocre with their fitness. They're mediocre with their spirituality. They're mediocre with basically every area of your life, and they want a non-mediocre, extraordinary life. It's not gonna work.
Okay, I'm gonna make this as simple as possible because I wish somebody had done this for me. And trust me when I say I know firsthand just how hard it is to go out on your own and to make money like outside of a job. And it's so hard because nobody really explains just specifically how that's done. We all know to go to school and get a job, but nobody actually tells you how to go out on your own and make really good money. And because for me, deep down, I knew that getting a regular job, a 9 to 5, being in an office every single day just is not for me. Like I knew that deep down in my bones. I knew it wasn't for me. School wasn't for me. I'm a college dropout. Like it's just that whole system is just not for me. And I wish somebody had explained to me early on that you don't need to play into that system, that you can go out on your own and make money. And so if you didn't have that person, I'm going to be that person for you because I wish I had it for me, and I'm going to explain just exactly how you can go out on your own and make really good money. This is how I made my first $10,000 a month, was doing this exact same method. Now I'm making $80,000 to $120,000 per month doing this exact same thing. And I'm going to break it down into 4 really simple, really easy to digest steps for you today, right now. So step number 1, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to learn a digital skill, a digital trade, right? Trades have always been a thing, but now we live in the digital world, and you can do digital trades from behind your computer and offer them to brands and clients and companies that are looking for these services. Here is just a brief list of digital services that you can offer. For example, I offer meta ads, TikTok ads, and email marketing. I work with clients who pay me $12,000 a month just to run their meta ads alone. The majority of these skills, you probably already do 1 or 2 of them at your current job, and you can easily take it and then go out on your own and do it. If not, you are more than able and capable of learning any of these skills totally and completely online. There's not a degree in meta ads or TikTok ads or email marketing. Literally the only way to learn it is online. And that's going to take us to step number 2. Right now that we've learned the digital skill, we've got the digital trade, we have to position ourselves as an expert. We have to become the go-to person in that trade to attract high-paying clients. And you're going to do that with a website and social channels. That's going to take you now to step number 3, which is the hardest part in all this. And anybody who goes out on their own will tell you is the hardest part is, okay, how do we get paid? How do we actually make money? How do we get people to pay us? And so what you're going to do is you're going to book clients. That's step number 3. And you're going to book clients on places like Upwork, LinkedIn, and Indeed. You will fill out as many proposals as you possibly can because it is a numbers game, baby. And it's just the name of the game. That's showbiz. You'll hear 100 no's before you hear a single yes. So don't get discouraged because law of averages says that for every X amount of no's you get, you'll eventually hit your yes. Now we've got clients, right? We're cooking, okay? So we're going to take us to step number 4, and that is to outsource all of the work. You will outsource all of the work. This is what every agency or major big company does, is they hire people to do the work while me, we focus on quality control and bringing in more clients, aka bringing in more money, right? Because you can't be focused on bringing in clients when you're sitting around doing all of the work. You have to pay somebody to do the work so that you can be focused on bringing in more revenue for you and your business. And you outsource the work to freelancers on Fiverr. If you follow these 4 steps, I promise you, they will take you somewhere. It's what I do. It's what so many other people I know do. Learn a skill, position yourself as an expert, book clients, outsource the work. Bada bing, bada boom, you're off to the races. And that is how you make money outside of this whole system that we've believed is the only way to make money. And so I'm telling you because I wish somebody had told me sooner, because I had to figure out all of that on my own. And I don't want you to have to do the same if you were like me, where deep down you know that you're meant to do something else other than like spending all day, all night working for a company that's making somebody else money. And it's just, it's not for you. It's just not you. So I hope this helps, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
The entire game is to extract from that person that which is of use and benefit to Russia. But in order to do that, you have to manipulate, you have to play, you have to prey upon sort of psychological vulnerabilities, and you have to make that first person feel very important and very powerful in his or her own right. And so for a guy like Musk, the way it works with Putin is Putin makes Elon Musk feel like he is the keeper of secrets that everybody else wants, but only Elon Musk has access to. Elon Musk can single-handedly end the war in Ukraine. If only people listen to genius billionaires like Elon Musk, who will, catches a rocket in mid-flight, will colonize Mars, makes these trucks that, clog up traffic in Manhattan. He thinks he can do anything and everything. And that is very, very dangerous, because now, as we also know from reporting, he is inseparable from Donald Trump. And the Trump people who've been around him and been working him for ages and have had to deal with a very mercurial, very tempestuous personality. I mean, an ego the size of, Neptune, Donald Trump. Suddenly they've got this another planetary object just parked in Florida who thinks he's the shadow president. So this is all going to end in tears. I mean, these two celestial beings are going to collide. And when they do, I mean, Elon Musk has been very lucky thus far, but I got news for you. I mean, The guy who sits in the Oval Office with his finger on the button, who can, end 1,000 careers and livelihoods with the click of a tweet, it's gonna be bad.
Being at a net worth of 230 billion, roughly, being perceived as the richest person on Earth.
Well, I think Putin is significantly richer than me.
You really do, yeah?
Yes. Well, I mean, I can't go invade countries and stuff. I mean, there's like some old quote that from, was it Crassus, or that you're not really rich unless you can afford a legion.
Did you ever thought about that option, that something could go wrong and that you could one day lose everything?
I mean, there's been many times where I expected to lose everything. We had the third failure of SpaceX, and if the fourth launch had failed, SpaceX would be dead in 2008. We had no money for a fifth launch. And Tesla's been on the verge of bankruptcy many times. I thought they both had less than a 10% chance of success. If I go bankrupt, fine, whatever. I don't care.
Lose everything? He'll just start again. It's the journey that counts.
The reason why they don't want to show y'all the aliens is because y'all gonna be mad when you find out what they look like.
Are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
Extraordinary footage that exists of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
There's multiple hotspots where we see frequent activities. Have you come across any data or visual evidence like sonar readings, underwater footage of these UAPs? Are there any specifics on what you've learned about the UAP activity in our oceans? Have you spoken with sources who have provided any evidence or eyewitness accounts of these UAPs interacting with our naval forces or being detected by our underwater surveillance systems?
Nothing beyond what's in the report and then the specific case that I mentioned with the orb.
Are there any technological capabilities observed in these oceanic UAPs that seem to defy our current understanding of physics or our engineering capabilities?
It seems like they all do.
Yes.
It actually happened. Oh my God. Aliens are from our oceans, confirmed today in the Oversight Committee hearing, a live stream that was broadcasted all over the world. The 4 witnesses, which included a retired Navy commander, a rear admiral, confirmed to the Oversight Committee of Congress, hey, they are real. We have UAP materials and bioorganic materials, not just us. Every other country behind closed doors is doing a secret advanced arm race trying to reverse engineer all the technology that they found. They said they're from our oceans. We have 4K video evidence of them appearing from the ocean out of Kuwait, out of Africa, the East Coast, the West Coast, Mexico. Every continent on this planet has UAP video evidence all leaving our oceans. They say it's not human, it is an intelligent, artificial, or bioorganic, but it's some type of intelligence that is eons ahead of us humans, and they've been here longer than us. What the hell is going on?
Oh my God, here we go. Here it is. Are you freaking kidding me right now? What is that?
This is crazy. My God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. That's going way too fast. That's not... What's with my camera? I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. What's with my camera? Look at this thing. Is he... Jesus Christ.
won't even see 1,000 motherfuckers come together on nothing, nigga, unless it's a rap concert. And at the end of the show, niggas squared up in the crowd or they outside. You go to the club if it is 1,000 motherfuckers there. Cause the club be small and it might be like 300, 400, 500 motherfuckers jammed in that bitch. But if it is 1,000, how that's ended? Niggas outside sitting shots, females to kick they stilettos all day. You know what I'm saying? They going upside heads with they stilettos, all type of shit. They chasing hoes down. Bitch, what you say on Facebook? I told you we was coming up here. Bitch, we be outside for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you see. But when we came together, it was peace, positive energy, pure intent, but no fear though. We don't fuck with y'all. Y'all don't fuck with us. We ain't out here to hurt nobody. We build it. Just stay the fuck out of our way. Cause we ain't come to fuck with you. Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. We not fucking with you. We not no group of radicals. This ain't no motherfucking cult neither. How we gonna talk about it? Now they wanna drag Rashad Jamal name all through the mud on Fox News now. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Why? Because Rashad Jamal, my name in this realm, but my spiritual self, divine insight, one of the original 23 scientists that came back down to the planet. And he's unplugging millions from the Matrix. Because only a divine being can stir your soul like that, man. Fuck what I'm talking about. How do your soul feel?
1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for the debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon. And when you register a car or a birth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child.
Arabs will not stay in the Gaza Strip. Who will stay? Jews. Africa is big. Canada is big. The world will absorb the people of Gaza. How we do it? We encourage it.
If they don't want to go.
No, they won't.
If they don't.
The Arabs want to go.
If they don't want to go.
They want to go.
If they don't, what happens?
The normal people don't want to live in hell.
What you're talking about sounds like a plan for ethnic cleansing.
You can call it ethnic cleansing, you call it refugees, whatever you want. If you want to call it cleansing, if you want to call it apartheid. You choose your definition. I choose the way to protect the state of Israel.
This is our land! Ow!
They sent the settlers, the young settlers, that these are miners that have guns and weapons in order to threaten us. And they've been doing this since 20 years, but they took advantage of the war, and they thought that it would end in silence, but actually it didn't. It's killing the movement of Palestinians and their freedom, because it's connecting Jerusalem with the Bitar elite and the Asyon and all settlements. So it's a connection for them. But by approving this settlement, they will they will kill the environment. They will kill the movement of the Palestinians here because there is no place to go. It's really closed area. It's a small area, so it's really dangerous.
ريحتك فودكا ريحته فودكا يحمل لك فودكا
Yesterday, we had more than 50 people staying all day long until the night, and we had 30 people almost sleeping here. Today, we have many people coming and sleeping. Tomorrow, we have 70 people coming. Even rabbis are coming tomorrow, 20, to stay in solidarity.
I wish that we are able to do it to each family, that either their house is demolished or their land is confiscated. I wish we can be able to stand near each family like this, but maybe this can be an example to show the world what is happening. This is not the story only of the Kaysiyeh family. It's the story of hundreds and thousands of Palestinian families.
Man, this is so good.
You ever notice we always refer in the Old and New Testament to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, not Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael, and Jacob. So that's where the war began. That war in the Middle East is more spiritual than anything. It's not over territory. In as much, in the physical it is, over resources and land, but it's much more spiritual than it is physical. So it dates back from there. But when you look at the scripture, Ishmael did receive an inheritance nonetheless. That's why the Muslim people is still a strong people, because they did receive an inheritance. And one of the promises connected to Ishmael is that they were going to be a strong people. This is why the dominating religions in the world are the three Abrahamic religions: the Jewish people, the Muslim people, and Christian. Those are three Abrahamic religions.
And this is why it's so important that we don't look at geopolitics merely from the lens of what's happening in the natural. We got to come back to God's instruction and get spiritual eyes for what's happening in the world today.